90% of us have one of these at work. We'll see if you agree. Or if you don't, I think that might even be worse. Virginia had been slowly losing her hearing for 10 years. She finally gets new hearing aids the other day, and the thing that made her cry when she heard it, I think it might make you smile. Steve Jobs, he ran Apple for a long time, and he had some really good advice about work. And you'd think he would get purpose from his adoring fans and his millions of dollars, but superstar John Cena digs deeper to find purpose. And it's your Daily Joy Scroll. That's coming up on The Good News Show with Andy, where I'm all about putting a smile on your face and hope in your heart.
The Good News Show with Andy.
The number of the day is...
Over 90% of us have one of these at work. What is it? It is a coworker that annoys us. And I'm trying to think here at the station, I don't really think there is anyone, which makes me then worry. If nobody else around me is the annoying one, maybe, oh no, I'm the annoying one. Just found out that 90% of people have an annoying coworker. We don't want to focus on that though. Tell me about your favorite coworker.
I have a good friend at work, a coworker, Julie. She's that friend that the word talks about as iron sharpens iron. So will a friend sharpen a friend. And so I'm just thankful to have her in my life.
Talking about awesome coworkers.
I work on an ambulance. I'm a paramedic, and I'm frequently listening to your station while I'm working, but there are times where I don't know if my partners are okay with listening to Christian music, so sometimes I hesitate. And this girl sent me a message that says, I just wanted to send you a quick thank you from our shift a couple months ago. I have been listening to your station a lot since you had it on in the ambulance during our shift. It's really helped lift my spirits and appreciate things a bit more over the past couple months, and it helps me reflect on my day and thank the Lord for all of the blessings in my life. And I loved it. I cried when I read it. It was just so encouraging to me to know that, you know, it's helping other people too.
I hope this story makes you smile today.
So Virginia began to lose her hearing 10 years ago when she was in the military. And just the other day, she finally got some hearing aids that helped kind of open up her world again. She said, you know, the one thing that I got so emotional about is the first time my cat jumped up into bed with me after I had the hearing aids, rubs up against me, and then I heard this noise that I was so scared by. I didn't understand what the sound was. It was the cat purring. She could always feel the cat kind of shaking next to her and had no idea what that was. Then she was shocked to know there's a sound that comes alongside that. I'd never heard a cat purr before, and it was so sweet. She said it just brought me to absolute tears. And it was such a sweet moment that she wanted to share it with everyone on the internet. And I just think, man, there's so many things in life that I see and I hear and I experience every day that I take for granted. And other people, if they just got to experience it once, it would change their life. It's miraculous and also seems like it takes longer than it should all at the same time. Good news is, hopefully it won't take as long in the near future. United says that they're going to be doing supersonic flights by 2029 where you can go across the pond in just hours. It's, you know, we're still waiting for the flying cars part of the future, but I feel like this means we're getting closer to that. Moms have the most difficult job in the world because not only do they have to juggle usually a job outside the house, but then they have to juggle the toughest job performance reviews ever, every single day, every moment, trying to think, okay, am I doing a good job? Am I failing my kids? Am I failing everything? Here's some encouragement from you from a fellow mom.
You are normal. You run around like a crazy lady all day doing everything, but then at the end of the day, you feel like you got nothing done. You're normal. You can't fall asleep at night because you're worrying about a bunch of things that aren't even important in the long run. You're normal. And the fact that you actually care, you care about your family, you care about whether you're doing things well, whether you're making the right parenting decisions, that's just proof that you are a really great mom. So enjoy being normal. You rock that normal thing you got going on. You flaunt it. Congratulations.
If you're trying to find meaning in the work that you do, here's a way to do that and level up your life. This actually comes from the guy that invented the iPhone, Steve Jobs. He did a commencement speech years ago, giving college graduates advice on how to find work that matters.
Your work is going to fill a large part of your life, and the only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is great work. And the only way to do great work is to love what you do. If you haven't found it yet, keep looking. and don't settle.
Don't know if you ever get anxious for conversations. I always do when it's my boss calling me into the office and not just kind of like standing by my cube and talking to me. How do you handle it?
Whenever I get called into the office, I ask them, I know it's either got to be a promotion or a raise, so which is it?
Do you ever get really excited when you read a news headline and then you realize, oh, wait, that's not what they meant? I was just reading this in online that near me there's this new restaurant that's going to be open. Let me get the exact wording for you. A new waterside restaurant is opening soon. Now, I got excited because I thought it was, I don't know why this would be a thing, a new water slide restaurant. Because I'm thinking, wait, I've never heard of that before. Do you get your fries and then you have to go down in the slide and pick up your burger and then your drink is down another water slide? Maybe there's a reason why they've never done it before, but it would be interesting. You'd think he would get purpose from his adoring fans and his millions of dollars, but superstar John Cena digs deeper to find purpose. And it's your daily joy scroll.
Purpose to me is simply being useful. I used to think I was put on earth to be a wrestler. And then I started doing a little bit of acting, and I'm like, no, it's easy. I'm a storyteller. No, I'm a human being, breathing air like everybody else. And I'm significantly insignificant. I'm a grain of sand on a beach in a pale blue dot out in the middle of nowhere. I just want to be useful. Life, to me, is a gift, and I try to live each day grateful for the luck. So when the sun goes down, I look at what I did for the day, even if it's relax. Did I earn the sunset? Some days I don't, and I motivate myself to try to do it again, but most days I do.
Maybe you've driven by one of these places and thought that'd be kind of interesting to do. It is. I recommend it. One of those climbing places, like the rock climbing places. So my wife signed me up for a lesson with my son. She wanted us to have a little bonding experience. She said, oh, you'll love it. So I was a little apprehensive, and this guy kind of comes up to us and is like, hey, man, I'm here to teach you how to do this. And I'm like, all right, let's get to the wall. And he goes, hold on, before we go there, let's sit down and talk about this. I'm like, I just want to climb. I'm an action guy, right? Just let me do it. He talked about some really deep things. Like I get my phone out and I'm recording this because I'm writing it down because I'm thinking this is good stuff. So he said that when you're rock climbing, and I would say this is good for all parts of life, he says there's a growth zone in our life, right? There's the comfort zone, what we do every day, we do that on autopilot. Then when we go too far out of the comfort zone, we go into what's called the panic zone. We're not learning there either. But in between the comfort zone and the panic zone is this area, okay, where we're stretching, we're doing something different, but it's not completely throwing us off and making us go into that fight or flight mode. And that is called the growth zone. Man, I need to be in that a little bit more. Summer is tough for kids sometimes when they don't have organized activities, and then especially for parents that have to try to find organized activities. So if you have kids, you understand this. If you don't, but you know someone who does, if you can offer just to help them out a little bit, they will be super appreciative. Jennifer puts it this way. It's so true. She says, Andy, pretty much every day I'm getting Pinterest activities for my kids, right? And this is how it goes. It's 1 hour of setup, 5 minutes of play, 3 hours of cleanup, and then unlimited Facebook photos showing what a great parent you are. I don't know if you feel this way, but for me, it's kind of hard to tell my kids to look up to a lot of celebrities and athletes. But one that's always kind of surprised me is Chris Pratt. He's pretty open about his faith, and he won an award at the MTV Movie Awards. He talked about God, he talked about prayer, and then ended with this.
Nobody is perfect. People are going to tell you you're perfect just the way you are. You're not. You are imperfect. You always will be, but there is a powerful force that designed you that way. And if you're willing to accept that, you will have grace. And grace is a gift. And like the freedom that we enjoy in this country, that grace was paid for with somebody else's blood. Do not forget it. Don't take it for granted.